Ladies, okay, hold on. Just don't turn it off, it's fine. Ladies, this is the hormone conversation we should have had 10 years ago. Dr. David, why didn't I know? I thought menopause was all about, right, periods and hot flashes.
Yep.
And the truth is, estrogen drops dramatically when you go through menopause. And guess what fuels it? Your brain. Your brain desperately needs that for good brain health. Dr. David, why don't we know about HRT, menopause, and how it affects the brain?
Well, that's a mystery to me too. We just started learning about it recently ourselves. Just to say a few things about what you said, you'd see a drop in brain energy as a result of the drop in estrogen, because estrogen helps the brain generate energy to run itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the greatest protectors of the brain. And unfortunately, most OBGYNs, in fact, just 1 in 5 are actually trained to help women navigate that 10-year period of perimenopause and menopause. And so a lot of people and doctors simply do not know how to take care of this period.
Yeah.
That's why most people don't know anything about it. And many times you just soldier on through the period and thinking that it's just about, like you said, hot flashes and sleep problems and mood disorders. But it is a lot more than that, because it affects the brain, and in some cases it can make you really vulnerable to things like dementia.
Yeah. So the brain fog, do I dare say the bitchiness, right?
Yeah.
You said mood disorder, but really our brains are saying, help, you're not giving us what we need, right? And so I think we've gotten a bad rap as middle-aged women.
I just heard a term called menodivorce. Have you heard that before?
No, I haven't, but I can understand.
I think it's self-explanatory. But yes, there are issues that unfortunately we have not told women, and it's not being your fault. It's because these are our bodies, our biologies. Your biologies, I keep saying our, but your biologies are kind of been working against you, and no one has been there to help you through the process. So yes, there are solutions.
Yeah.
One is obviously HRT, so you have to find a good doctor who knows what they're doing to measure your hormone levels and treat accordingly. But in the absence of that, there are also things that we do in our practice, where we help give the body the nutrients it needs, or the building blocks it needs to produce the right hormones in the right balance. And so progesterone, estrogen, testosterone, yes, that's important too. And even thyroid hormones, your body can make them.
Sure.
If it's given the right tools.
Sure. When is it too late? Do I dare say that? Is there a time? Is it 10 years after you start going through menopause where, quite frankly, you've missed the bus?
So yeah, 10 years for actual hormone replacement they tend to be very, very careful about going beyond 10 years.
Okay.
So that's why, again, I mentioned the other natural route, which is giving the body the nutrients and the resources, the raw materials it needs to make it. That is a lot safer there's almost no risk of taking that, as opposed to giving the fully formed, sometimes synthetic hormonal replacement.
I mean, and this is a conversation really even at 40, 45 that people should start having, right? And you don't think about so often your mature brain, but it does start at 40, right? 45, after you're done having kids, as you're entering into these later, closer to 50 ages, when we really have to start thinking about that's the time to keep our 80-year-old brain the sharpest.
I like that. I like the way you put it. Thinking about your brain 20, 30, 40 years from now, your brain 40 years from now will depend on what you're doing today. So I love that you mentioned that.
Your brain's going to thank you. Do
Absolutely.
some nice stuff for it. Go get your HRT levels checked and check out Dr. David and his Dirty Dozen. Hope to see you soon.